Hello and welcome to Nature Talk on Aftercast.com, where James and Tina will be your hosts for the next 30 to 45 minutes discussing nature as we see it. Join us each Wednesday for a new episode of Nature Talk.
This is my grandpa's talk show.
Hi, this is James
and Tina,
and welcome to another episode of Nature Talk. And here we are with episode 6 on Nature Talk podcast. So I have to get Tina kind of in gear to get her to talking here. So she usually says, yay.
Yay! A little slow on the draw today.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, we hope everybody had a good week.
So far.
Seeing as this isn't a midweek, I hope they had a week.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're a little funny today. That's all right, though, because, you know, this show's not about being bored. And we do have some boring things to tell, but we try to make up for it with whatever.
Funny stories.
Funny stories, yeah.
Like the bird and the moth almost hit me in the face last night.
Oh, man. I thought that was a bird chasing a hummingbird as fast as that moth was flying.
Oh, that moth was big, and I looked up, and it was right there at my face. If I hadn't moved my head, I think they both would hit me right in the face.
Man. Yeah, they was hot after it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the bird caught up with the moth or not, but the way that moth was maneuvering,
wow.
I was surprised, because usually you see a moth or butterfly or something just kind of floating around and going here to there. This thing was kicking.
Yeah, you could say that. It was kicking it in gear. No, they're quick here.
Yeah, they were. And the moths here, you like you said, you could hold your hand out and it'd cover your hand.
It would. It would have covered my whole hand.
Big moths here.
Monster moths.
Yeah. I don't know if Texas got any that big.
I don't know. I never saw any that big.
Yeah.
So much for everything in Texas is bigger and better, huh?
Well, if them little, little finch?
Yeah, little finch.
Yeah.
That thing looked as big as the finch. That was funny.
Wow. We see some strange things, and there's just no way we can get a snapshot of it or video because...
Too quick.
Every time we go out the door and see something, you might as well plan on it not being there when you just step in to get your camera.
Yeah, because it's gone by the time we get back in the door.
Have camera, will snap. But
there you go.
You don't have your camera, you ain't going to get a snap of nothing. And we have the fox is getting a little more friendlier here. We had it marked off to where he would only, or she, he is still a little shy.
He is still a lot shy.
I don't know. We haven't named him yet, except for Foxy. That's the female.
You named her.
I named her. Yay! Let's have some names sent in. What are we going to call our male and female fox? Send the answers to naturetalk@outlook.com. Give us some ideas of what to name these two foxes. We got a male and a female. And so anyway, the female come out the other night about 50 feet from us and just looked right at me. And I said, "Hey, Foxy," like that. And she came right on up behind the car, which is only the back of the car is like 10 feet from us. And she just sat down, looked at me,
cocked her head,
cocked her head like, "What do you want? I'm here. What do you want?" And so anyway, the next time she came out, I said, "Hey, Foxy," and she came up within 10 feet. Just automatically came up there and sat down and looked at me. Well, the other night we went out. My car tire had been marked. Marked his territory.
Marked by the mail.
Marked by the mail. And that kind of made me mad because it's my car. Well,
I could tell you what to do, but it wouldn't be real nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about hurting the fox or nothing, so...
You're talking about remarking it.
Yeah, remark your own car.
My territory. Well, yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Let's just say we didn't. We just take the water hose and wash the tire.
There you go.
But it was funny, though, because the car tire is only 8 feet from the door.
Yeah, but you can't get him to come 50 feet when you're outside.
No, he won't do it. Now, she will.
Yeah.
I think if we keep calling her and stuff, I think one of these days she'll be right up there at our step.
You never know.
They do a lot of hunting. The male does out there in the open field. There was about acre and a half maybe, and let's see, the back half's 5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
5. No, they call it 4 because the house is here, but so 4 acres. I'd say maybe it might be 2 acres there then.
Yeah.
Open field, and every once in a while we'll catch him trotting on out to the field to go hunting for the little frogs and whatever else might be out late, like the rabbits and whatever.
And when he's got his mind on hunting, he don't see nothing but straight ahead.
No, he don't. He don't even look. We haul him. And we take our big flashlight. What do we call that kind of flashlight?
The mag light.
Mag light. Yeah, we got the big mag light, and we'll shine that light right on him, and he trots on across the yard there like he
never saw us.
Yeah. But that's just when they got hunting on their minds, and it's usually about midnight or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they're coming out. They come out all hours, day and night, which surprised me because I always thought that they would be in hiding during the day and
actually
out at
they're
night.
supposed to be. They're nocturnal, but because everybody's cutting the woods and stuff back there and they're losing their home, they're starting to have to hunt at different times of the day, and they're moving this way.
So anyway, that's our story about the fox this week, is that she is getting closer.
And she's so cute.
And when we talked to Nature Girl the other day, and she wanted to know if we seen the little baby fawn.
I never did get to see it.
She said it still had spots on it. I don't know how long they go with their spots before they lose them.
I don't either.
They're born with them, and I'm thinking that's the one I've been taking them trail cam shots of.
Could be.
Where the female was pregnant. But we heard a house, what is it, a mile and a half down the road, 2 mile maybe, the 2-story house.
Oh, that ain't that far. That ain't even a mile.
It's close to a mile then. And the people there said that they've been seeing a deer with a couple little fawns down there. And I think that's just a open shot trail from here to there. And that's where they took her because it's more open.
Or it could be just that there's other females around here that had babies that we didn't know about.
Yeah, could be that.
Because we have quite a few deer around here.
But they stop and look at you. And I know Nature Girl said that one time that she was sitting in her car when a deer came up to her car because she had her radio on. And the deer stuck his head inside the window to see what the noise was. Wow. That was awesome. But they seem to be, gentle, or what do you call it?
They're not real scared in this area.
Right. Even the coons. The coons come right up to you and stand up and touch your pant leg.
And tap on your feet with their paws.
Yeah, I'm afraid to reach down and pet one.
No,
it
might bite you.
Yeah, that might bite.
I mean, it's funny that they even come up and they'll tap on your leg, but no, I don't think I'd put my hand down there.
But they was been around since babies, and then they had babies.
Mm-hmm. There's been generations of babies.
Yeah, so it's probably that they're getting worn out of the fear of humans.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as they staying in the same area here, they don't have anything to worry about. If they would happen to go up to somebody else and they liable to get a baseball bat or
or something else. I'm glad they stay in this area.
Right. Let's see. I was reading the news. We talked the other day about the panthers that somebody shot, and that they was offering a $5,000 reward for anybody that could lead them to who did that.
Yeah, I think they upped that reward now.
They upped it to $15,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, they are really, really tight on. Don't harm the animals down here.
Well, I hope they get him, and I hope he spends a long time behind bars.
It's not, I mean, they're not like you'd think it was a dog. They're different. I mean, you could look at a dog, and then you could look at a panther, and you could tell the big difference in them. Mm-hmm. Well, I had a dog on my trail cam the other night. All I could see was the back end of him at probably 50, 60 feet. And that was pretty good picture at night because what do they call that? The infrared camera doesn't really pick up any more than 40 feet. But, yeah, I could tell it was a dog on the trail cam. So, you could tell a difference between a dog and a panther.
Yeah, either way, though, why would you shoot a dog? So...
Yeah.
There's no need in it. You got a problem with the panther, you call the wildlife people and they'll come out and trap it or move it if it's hurting anything in your area. But people don't think that.
No, they get scared, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them. And they're just animals. I mean, they're not sure, yeah, they could really hurt you bad if you got them in the wrong spot, but
you don't ever corner them.
Right.
They don't seem to mess with you too much in a wide open area, though, because they got plenty of room to run.
Well, that's like the neighbor's dog when he gets out and comes over in the yard and starts roaming around. And we'll get on him, we'll yell at him, get back home and that and this and that, and then we got to get up and walk towards their house, and he'll follow you.
Yeah. But
he'll come running up to you with his tongue hanging out, and you'd think he was going to attack you. And it's a big dog. What is it?
They're pit bulls.
Pit bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And they're huge. But
now, if you go into his yard and they're in his yard, that's a different story. They'll defend their yard. But it seems like when they're out, they're real friendly dogs.
They'll run up to you and start licking your hand.
Yeah.
And they'll follow you all the way back to the house.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And then the guy, it was funny. I said, I'm trying to find out a place in the fence where he got out, and the guy jumped over the fence.
Uh-huh.
And he picks the dog up by the neck, like most people.
By the scruff of the neck and the back end, sort of.
And picks him up like he's lifting weights. And sets him over the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And then he jumps back over the fence. I'm thinking, well, that's hot. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Well, he's a lot younger than we are, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he's a nice neighbor. It's just that he's having trouble with the two dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many he has over there, but he's got a kennel.
I think he's got about 8 of them.
Yeah, he's got a kennel. But, speaking of 8 of them,
oh, you gonna go down our list of 16 cats?
I think there's 16 cats here. Between our 3 and the other 9 that your mom has.
13.
As she has 13.
Yeah, they have 13. We have 3.
Okay, we're gonna go through these cats and kind of let you know what kind of cats they are.
We don't know what kind of cats they are.
Not the kind of cats, but what kind of cats are they? Rock
is a big 30-some-odd pound monster.
36 pounds.
He's a Russian blue.
Mm.
That's what they call him, is a Russian blue, and he's like 30. Well, last time he was weighed, he was 36.
Yeah. So he's a big one, and when you go to pick him up to take him in, it's just like picking up a rug or a carpet, and it just
No,
sags.
it's a boulder.
Boulder.
He is so heavy.
I call him Bubba.
Oh, I love that cat. He's such a big baby.
And then we got Tiggs.
She's a little tiger striped cat, real skittish outside.
Yeah, we got a shed. It's an older style house trailer that used for storage.
Yeah.
And got a window broke out of it. And so when you let Tiggs out, they keep all the cats in at night because of the
Panthers
fox and
and
the
stuff.
panthers. But in the mornings they let them out. Most of them, not all of them. Some of them's house cats, some of them are outdoor cats. But Tiggs, when you open the door, she will take off like a bat and run straight to that shed and jump up in the window, which is about 5 foot high.
Yeah.
And every morning. And she'll stay out there all day.
She might spend a total of 10 minutes outside of the trailer.
Right. I don't know if she's got something in there she watches all day or if she's just scared. And
She's scared, but she don't want to be on the porch with the rest of the cats all day.
yeah, they've got a screened-in porch, nice size. It's the whole length of the house and 10 feet wide,
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
good sized.
12 feet, something like that. And then there's Katrina.
Oh, yeah.
Little
What do you
fur
say
ball.
about Katrina?
She chases Tiggs every morning if she's out first.
Yeah.
She'll chase Tiggs all the way to the trailer, and then she'll run under the trailer.
Yeah.
But she's always around. She comes up and lays on our steps to our RV.
Yeah.
And
She's a pretty good cat. She just got a mean streak once in a while, like most of
with
them.
the other cats, though, she doesn't have a mean streak with people.
No, she's real good with people.
None of them do.
No, they're all real relaxed.
And then there's Stu.
Oh, Stu.
Went from stupid to Stu.
No, that poor cat has had so many names that belong to somebody else. First they called him Stupid. Then they called him Nibbles. I can't remember the other name they had for him. Well, he ended up with having a short name Stu. We don't call him Stupid. I mean, he's a good
I
cat.
call him Stubby and Stubert.
Stubert. Yeah, poor kitty.
And if you go like that, he'll come running to
Only
you.
for April and John, not for
Yeah.
us.
I've had him stop and look and
He'd
come
look
my
at
way,
you.
but not, like
Yeah.
they. He's a good old cat. Then there's Freddie. I don't know much about Freddie because he's the inside cat.
I don't know a lot about Freddie either, honestly. I don't
He's-
even know where he came from.
And then there's Mama.
Mama was a feral cat. They had caught her. What they do here when they find feral cats, they'll take them in, fix them, and then clip their ears. You see that she had no ear, the top of the ear.
Little V shape or
Well, they
cut
cut
off.
they cut the tip of her ear, so she was a wild cat. But Mom got her coming up to the house by feeding her, and she finally eventually started coming onto the porch. She won't go in the house. She'll stay on the porch at night and go out during the day. But she's a good cat too.
Yeah, and she's like when they come out and call for Tiggs to come in.
She'll come running
She'll come running.
to the front porch.
Tiggs goes to the back door.
Mama goes to the front.
to the front door. Yeah. And she won't. So sometimes Tiggs won't come to the door because the porch light's not on.
Yeah, if the porch light's not on, she won't come, and if the side light is on, she won't come.
Yeah.
She's
Really weird.
an odd cat.
And sometimes she'll come right up to your feet and rub around on your feet when you're sitting out there. But she won't follow you to the door. And then we got Crazy.
Crazy is Mama's kitty,
Yeah.
and he's a nut.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say other than a nut. He's
I had
just,
a video one time of him on the back porch. There's a refrigerator and a freezer on the porch, kind of next to the door. And there's a couple buckets there where they keep their cat food.
No, that was Jimmy, because Crazy's
No.
not allowed on the back porch.
No? Okay, I'm talking about the wrong cat.
Yeah.
Kit.
Kit. Kit is a male cat. that everybody called Kitty. And I'm thinking Kitty sounds more like a female, so I started calling him Kit. I'm not sure. Oh, somebody was moving and they needed somebody to take care of this cat. Well, Mom and April offered to take care of him until the guy got settled. A month later, they still hadn't heard from him. Well, because of his jaw and everything, he's going to have a lot of medical problems. Well, they were telling him that, and the guy never mentioned coming to get him. Mom says, look, if you don't come get this cat by next week, we're keeping it. I mean, it had been over a month, and the guy never came back. The guy let him have it. So they ended up with an extra cat.
Okay. And then we got Chloe.
Chloe was, wow, one of Uncle Bill's cats. I guess I'm not sure how exactly they ended up with that cat, but they ended up with it.
Okay. Then we got little Bob.
Bob was another one of Uncle Bill's cats.
And I don't think they're going to hear how he got to where he is, but he's pretty bad shape.
He was in real bad shape.
He
when
was
they
mistreated,
got him.
let's say that.
Very, very mistreated.
Yeah, somebody didn't like cats.
And they ended up giving him to April because they wasn't sure that he was going to make it. Well, ended up, he did good. He survived. He has a few problems with eating, but he's been a real good cat for us. We haven't had any problems with him, so.
Then we got Toby.
Toby, wow, Toby. Toby was a cat that was roaming a parking lot in the apartment complex my daughter lived in. He kept coming up to her step. Nobody knew where the cat belonged. Nobody claimed it. For about a month and a half, the cat would end up on my daughter's doorstep. Well, she went across the street one day to a store, and the cat was following her and almost got hit. So my daughter runs back real quick, grabs it, and my daughter almost got hit, trying to get the cat out of the way. So Mom says, okay, you know what? We'll take the cat so the cat don't get hurt and so you don't get hurt. So they ended up with Toby that way.
And then Jimmy.
Jimmy? Let's see, where did... Oh, Jimmy was the one that came from Ohio.
Yeah.
It was one of my aunt's... Well, it wasn't really her cat. It was just a stray cat. Had kittens out in her barn, out in her salvage yard. And... That was the only one they could find. The poor thing was little, skinny, didn't have a mama. So, of course, my mom and my aunt brought it back, and we ended up with Jimmy.
He's a pretty nice cat.
Oh, he's a good cat, too.
Yeah.
They all are.
Yeah, when you sit down to eat, if he's around, he'll jump up on the back of your chair.
But he never gets near your food.
And he rubs your shoulder and stuff and just watches you eat.
He's a good cat. He doesn't get into anything.
Won't bother you at all. Okay, and then we got Luna.
I don't know where Luna came from. I do not know how. I'm guessing it was probably another one of Uncle Bill's cats. Mm-hmm. But I don't know for sure.
Wow. Okay, then that makes their 13. And then our 3, we have Missy.
Missy was... We had a stray cat out here that somebody dumped, and she had a litter of 8 kittens. Unfortunately, the mama was sick, and all of the babies were sick. Out of 8 cats, Missy was the only one to survive, which was really odd because she was the runt, and she was so much smaller than the rest of them.
She's not the runt now.
Look how little. Look, well, she's still runt, but she's like big.
But she's a baby.
And she was the only one to survive out of all of them. We took her in. I bottle fed her. You know, I let her sleep on my pillow at night. So she's spoiled. She's my baby.
8 years old?
She's probably 9 or 10 now.
9 or 10.
Close, yeah.
But she got her times when she wants you to pet her. And
she's a little temperamental, but she's still my baby.
The only time I can pet her is when she stretches out, and then I gotta be careful.
Because she'll still get you once in a while.
But if she rubs up against your leg, she wants to get up on the bed and take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
And if your stomach hurt, you know, you would pick her up.
Oh, man. I had a really bad stomach ache the other day, and I went and laid down with her. And I put her against my stomach, and I kind of use her as a heating pad because it feels good. Well, I guess she knew I felt really bad, and she started singing to me, so I ended up with a vibrating heating pad. It felt good, too, let me tell you.
And she stays there for...
She'll stay there until either I fall asleep or she knows my stomach's not hurting because I'll start moving around.
Yeah.
So she's good.
She's close to you.
Yeah.
And then we got Nikita.
We ended up with Nikita because when I moved to Ohio, Missy was the only cat that I had. And when me and James would go somewhere, I didn't want her being left in the house alone because I didn't want her to feel abandoned. So we went and got Nikita. Well, unfortunately for us, Nikita kept her company, but Nikita also liked to pick at her. Because Nikita was pretty much a baby, and she wanted to play, but she got a little mean.
And we adopted Nikita.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the first cat or kitten that I've ever had to where I had to pay for it.
We paid quite a bit for her.
Oh, wow.
By the time we paid for her spade and her declaw and her chip and everything else, we spent a lot of money on that cat.
I think it was close to $900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it was well worth it. I mean, I love the cat.
Now she's got out here a couple times.
Yeah.
Jumped out the door when we opened the door. But when she jumps out, she sits there and waits for us to pick her up and put her back in.
The scary thing is, though, one day she's going to jump out that door and she's going to take off because she's going to know this place better.
Or the fox is going to be out there 10 feet and she jumps 6 feet off the door.
Man, got to watch her. She's a little scary.
Now, if she could be sitting on the seat or whatever, and if she starts to follow you to the door and you say stay, she'll sit down like a dog
and just look at you.
Yep. But once you get out the door, she'll get down on that second step and lay up against the door.
Yeah, waiting for you to come in.
And all you have to do is touch her and she'll climb right back up the steps.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you got to kind of nudge a little.
Most of the time she does. So she's a good kitty. And she's what, 3 years old now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's my kitten.
Yeah.
She's mine. And then we have Sydney.
Yeah, I think I made you feel bad about her.
Yeah. I was at work one day and somebody came and told me, they said, I was a forklift driver, work on the docks. And somebody came and told me that there was a stack of skids back there, that there was a kitten under it. Well, we tried our best to get it out. We couldn't get it out. And it even took off out of the little side hole, which ain't very big.
And I kept telling him we need to get her because I was afraid that some of the skids might fall on top of her or she might get ran over by the forklift or anything could have happened in a warehouse.
So my boss brings in one of them critter traps. And his wife brings in a can of tuna.
Didn't they end up with two? Yeah.
They had 2 traps because they put half a can in one trap at the back of the skids, another trap in the front, and with another half a can of tuna, and they put a little bowl of water in each one of them. And so all day we never got no kitten. So I came home. What was it, Saturday? I think. I wasn't working, so it must have been a Saturday. They was up there, and my boss's wife, she calls me and she says, "Are you home?" I said, "Yeah." She says, "I got your kitten. I'm bringing it to you. It done peed on me." She got that little kitten in the cage, and she took it out and was showing people up in the office how cute it was and everything. And it peed on her. She said, "I got to come home and change."
It's probably scared, though.
But it was cold out, windy and snowing and everything, and she brought that kitten home and helped me get it out of the cage, and I took it in, and she hid for a day or two.
Yeah, and you told me 2 cats was enough. You really didn't want that third kitten, but you just couldn't help it when you seen her, could you?
Well, what's the difference now? The difference between her and Kita
Not much.
No, you have to pick them up or feel their head to see who's who.
I can tell by their eyes,
Yeah.
but because you're colorblind, you can't.
Yeah.
But if you pick them up, then Nikita doesn't have a white belly, but Sydney does.
They both got a white neck, little spot of white on their neck, and they're both just about the same size.
Yeah. So when they're laying next to each other, sometimes it's a little hard to tell.
Yeah, and Nikita's only a year old.
Sydney, she's about a year old, yeah.
Yeah, and Nikita's like 3.
About 3.
But there's a big difference in their size, but you can't tell it.
Yeah.
When I call Kita, I call Nikita Kita. Kita. She just raises her head up and looks right at me. When I call Sydney, she acts like I'm not even in the room. That's the only way I can tell from a distance.
Yeah, because I've seen you sit there and look at Sydney going, Nikita. Nikita, no, James, that's Sydney. Are you sure? Yes, that's Sydney. Look.
And then Kita be laying in the chair,
looking at you
looking
like,
at me.
Why are you calling me?
Yeah. So,
boy.
you know, I mean, I like dogs. I would like to have a dog.
I'll be the first to admit I'm not really a dog person.
But since we've got these cats, I mean, dogs got their own way, and cats has got their own way. And as far as being clean and neat and everything, you know, a dog, you have to be, if you leave, you have to come straight home, let him out. Where kittens, cats,
they're pretty much independent other than being able to feed themselves in here.
Right. You get you a litter box and put some litter in it and set them in it. That's it. They're broke. They're housebroke. That's the way it was with Sydney.
Yeah.
We put her in that box when we brought her home. First thing we did. And that
Never
was
had
it.
a problem.
None of them ever went anywhere else. And I remember when Kita we had her fixed and everything. We kept her in a cage. When we had a big cage.
Yeah.
We only put 2 of them in our SUV.
Yeah.
That's how big they are. But actually, we could put all 3 cats in there in plenty of room, but we don't have room for food and water and a bed. But we kept her in that cage for a couple days until she healed up a little bit. And we gave her a bed. We gave her a bowl of food. And we gave her those rolled up, pressed newspapers.
Yeah, because she was declawed and she needed...
And she would go to the bathroom in her bed and sleep in the litter.
Actually, that was Sydney because Nikita...
Was it?
Yeah, because if you remember when we got Nikita, she was already fixed.
Yeah, that's right.
We just had to get her chip and her shots and...
Chip.
Yeah.
Now, Kita, she surprised me because when we took her home, we set her up on the bed so she'd have a nice place to lay down and away from everyone. And she took a leap off of that bed about 5 feet in the air. And, I hurt when she landed on the floor. But it didn't seem to bother her.
No.
And, wow. So we never put her up there no more. And that was the easiest surgery I ever seen a cat go through.
You know, I said I wasn't much of a dog person. I can't say that. I like bigger dogs, like German Shepherds, Huskies, something that's going to come up to my knees or better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not much on the little dogs. It's not that I don't think they're cute. I just tend to go toward more the bigger ones.
Right.
But I don't know.
I don't mind what size the dog is, as long as it's not like a little one of them kind you put in your coffee cup.
Yeah, the little teacup poodles and
a
stuff.
woman at work had one of those, and they gave good money for that. I don't know. I think
I imagine they did.
They gave like $500 for this, and it was just a baby, just weaned. And they had to drive something like 100 and some miles to get it.
Yeah.
But she brought it to work one day. Oh, I'd be afraid to have a dog like that because that would just be, a disaster around here. The way we'd just get up and walk around.
Yeah, I'd be afraid I'd step
like
on
stepping
something
on a
that
rat.
small. That's
But
scary.
it would. It fit right in a coffee cup. She had a picture taken of it in a coffee cup. No, I don't like that at all. Okay, so we're going to end on all that for now. But if you got a favorite pet, dog, cat, iguana, whatever it is, send us an email and tell us a little bit about it. send us a picture or whatever. Just something to talk about next week on the show. We don't care if it's a spider, a tarantula, whatever,
A rat.
a rat, snake, any kind of pet that you have. Let us know what it is, at least, So send that to naturetalk@outlook.com. All right, we're going to talk a little bit now. Tina's got some things going on with ViewBug.
Yeah, for anybody who hasn't heard about ViewBug, it's a site where you take photos and you upload them, and they have contests that you can put your photos in. Well, I have a ViewBug account, and for, this is a nature show. I have a lot of nature photos on it, so if you'd like to look at it, we'll put that in the show notes and let you know where to go. But when you get to it, if you'd like, I can always hope, when you get to the page, you'll see something that says Photos, Inspirations, Awards, and Contest. Click on the contest, and it'll take you to a page with the photos that are right now in contest. So, if you like any of them, maybe I could get somebody to vote on them for me. Please.
We'll put the page, your page, on our show notes so they can click on that, because it's a little rough trying to read all that off to your account.
Yeah.
So we'll put the link to her page in the show notes.
But it has flowers and birds and beaches, sunsets, all kinds of nature things on it. I do have a lot of dogs and cats. Well, more cats than anything. But it does have a lot of nature. So if you'd like to check that out and possibly vote on them, I can say thank you.
Yeah, so just look in our show notes for Tina's ViewBug page, and we'll have the link right there. You can find that link. Now, going to aftercash.com, when it comes up, if you click on the show instead of the recording, to listen to it, if you click on episode 5 from there, it'll take you to the page that has the show notes on it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I don't know, some people would rather have it show it up as aftercash.com because they can see all the different episodes we've done.
Yeah.
So if you click on episode 5 from there, and that will take you to episode 5, but don't listen to the show, or don't look for the show notes on that page. You have to go to click on episode 5 to find that. And it's over on the left-hand side. You scroll down a little bit. And it's not that hard to find. So, anyway. What we got?
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, that's 38 minutes we've got into the show.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I just had to add my ViewBug because, like I said, it does have a lot of nature things in it. And I know if people like nature, they might actually like them.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting to look at all the pictures, even if there's someone else's.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't want to do that, though. All right. Well, this is Wednesday. I don't know when everybody's listening to it, but I do want to thank everybody that listens to our show because we're in the 3-digit numbers now.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay! 3-digit numbers is that's a big jump for us. That's per week.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I think it averaged out to 85 or something like that. All out of all our 5 shows, it averaged out about 85 listeners a week. And what we want to do is get that average to be in the 3 digits. So,
hey, you ought to be thankful we got loyal listeners.
Yeah, we do.
To listen to us joke and be goofy.
You can't be finding that many new people every week.
No.
So anyway, this is Wednesday, May 13th. And right now it's currently 88 degrees here in southwest Florida, Naples. With it's only supposed to get to 86.
And it's 88 now?
It's 88 already.
I think they're a little off
there. It's just
there.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. It says thunderstorms maybe today, so partly cloudy with scattered storms, and we can't wait for that.
No, because at least it'll cool it down a little bit.
Right. So anyway, this is episode 5, and we're doing good. So we was going to try to have a special guest on this week, but didn't get around to doing that. So if anybody wants to be a special guest on our show,
anybody,
and let me know with that email at naturetalk at
Outlook.
Outlook. Oh, look out.
Outlook.com.
Yeah, naturetalk at outlook.com. Let us know, and I'll get with you. We could do a pre-recorded show and put it on there for the next show that we air. So it's fun.
Come on, people. We want to hear new voices.
We've had Nature Girl on there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have Susie on there one of these days.
Yeah.
And I called her Susie, and she said, oh, I don't know. But we've had Greg Ganos.
Yes, we have.
We've had Susie. We're going to want to have Susie on there. We've had Nature Girl on there. And we just have somebody on there to help explain what kind of difference is in the nature that they see as to what we see. And this is worldwide internet radio. It goes everywhere in the world. So no matter where you are, drop us a line and just say, hey, I listened to you from so-and-so.
There you go.
Where it be anywhere in the world. And if you want to leave a voice message, you can go to my our website. Right now it's still hikerjamestalkshow.com. That's spelled HIKERJAMZ. hikerjamestalkshow.com. And you'll see a little tab on the right that says voice message. You click on that. If you got a microphone on your computer, or if you're using your laptop, you got one built in, just click on record. Send us a 90-second message or less. If you want to send more than that, send what you got and then continue with another one, and we'll put that together. So anyway, that's pretty much it for today, this week on our show. But I still want to thank everybody for listening. Hey, like our page, aftercash.com. Like it.
And if you do happen to go to ViewBug, send us an email and let us know you looked at the photos.
Yeah.
I'd like to see who looks at them too.
We just want to hear back from people. That's our goal, is to get some feedback.
Get people involved.
Right. I know it's hard. Some people listen to it while they're going to work. Some people listen to it in between.
But the pre-recording's easy. You get 5-10 minutes out of your day.
Yeah.
Pre-record something.
Yeah, we could do that anytime at your convenience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have to call us between 9 and 5.
Right.
We can do it if you work second shift and you don't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning. That's fine. I'm up.
Saturday, Sunday, any day of the week.
Let us know so we'll be up or not gone anywhere. Okay. I don't know anything else to say.
I think we got it
all. We got it all.
Yep.
There's them birds back in the yard.
Woohoo! Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to end it, and we hope everybody comes back and listens to it again next week. And until next week, what do we say?
See ya.